Hello, and welcome back to Let's Practice English. I am so happy you have returned to continue our journey together. Last time, we took a very important first step. We learned how to say hello and introduce ourselves. We practiced those first, simple sentences, and I hope you are feeling more comfortable and confident with them. Remember our quiet, comfortable cafe? Let's imagine we are back there again, with a warm drink in our hands, ready to take the next step. Today, we are going to build upon what we learned. After you've said, "Hi, I'm your name," and the other person has said, "Nice to meet you," what comes next? Sometimes, there is a moment of silence. And that silence can feel just as scary as the first hello. What do I say now? How do I keep this new conversation going? This is what we will focus on today. We're going to learn 4 simple, powerful questions that can act as keys. Each question is a key that can unlock a new part of the conversation, keeping it flowing naturally and easily. Just like before, you do not need to worry about perfect grammar. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to connect with another person. The goal is to be curious. These questions will help you show your curiosity in a very friendly and gentle way. So, take a nice, slow breath. Relax your shoulders. Remember, this is just a conversation between you and me. I am here to guide you, and we will practice together until it feels easy. Are you ready to learn your new set of keys? Wonderful. Let's begin. After the initial greetings are over, you have a brand new friend in front of you. The door is open. Now, it's time to step inside. Our first question is perhaps the most common and useful question in the English language for getting to know someone. It is a question about what they do with their time, usually their work. The question is, so, what do you do? Let's look at this question together. It has 4 small words. So, what do you do? The first word, so, is a wonderful little word. It acts as a soft start to the question. It's like a gentle push to get the conversation moving again. It's more relaxed than just starting with what. It says, "Okay, we've introduced ourselves. Now let's talk a little more." The second part, "What do you do?" is a simple way of asking about someone's job or profession. It can also mean what they do in general. For example, if they are a student or retired. It's a very open and friendly question. Let's practice saying it. We want it to sound curious and friendly, not like an interview. Try to have a little smile in your voice. Ready? Repeat after me. So, what do you do? Good. Let's try it again. Imagine you just met someone named Lisa. You've both said, "Nice to meet you." Now, you look at her with a friendly expression and ask, "So, what do you do?" Excellent. That sounds very natural. Now, there are a few other ways to ask this same question. Sometimes, you might want to be a little more specific. You could ask, "What do you do for a living?" This question specifically asks about their job, the way they earn money. It's a little more formal. Let's practice that one. What do you do for a living? Another, slightly more casual way to ask is, "What kind of work are you in?" This is a great one. It invites a more detailed answer. Let's try it. What kind of work are you in? So now you have 3 options for your first key question. So, what do you do? The most common and versatile, what do you do for a living? A bit more formal, specifically about jobs. What kind of work are you in? Casual and invites more detail. For our practice today, let's stick with the most common one. So, what do you do? It is the easiest to remember and works in almost any situation. Now, a very important part of asking a question is being ready to listen to the answer. Listening is just as important as speaking. When you ask this question, The other person will tell you about their job. They might say, I'm a teacher. I'm an engineer. I work in marketing. I'm a student. I'm retired. Your job, as a good conversation partner, is to show you are listening. You can do this with a very simple follow-up. A follow-up is what you say after they answer. It shows you are interested. Let's say the person answers, I'm a teacher. What can you say next? You don't need a big, complicated sentence. A simple, positive response is perfect. You could say, oh, that's interesting. Wow, that sounds rewarding. Oh, really? What do you teach? Do you see how these little responses keep the conversation going? Let's break them down. Oh, that's interesting. This is a wonderful, all-purpose response. You can use it for almost any job. It's polite, positive, and encourages the other person to say more if they want to. Let's practice the sound of it. It should sound genuine. Oh, that's interesting. Wow, that sounds rewarding. You might use this for jobs that help people, like a teacher, a nurse, or a firefighter. The word rewarding means it makes you feel good to do it. It's a very kind thing to say. Let's practice it. Wow, that sounds rewarding. And my favorite follow-up is another question. If they say, I'm a teacher, and you ask, oh, really? What do you teach? You are showing real curiosity. You are asking for more detail. This is how a conversation becomes deeper and more personal. Let's imagine a short conversation in our quiet cafe. You are meeting a man named Tom. Hi, I'm your name. Tom, hi, I'm Tom. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. So, what do you do? Tom, I'm a chef. Oh, wow. That's fantastic. What kind of food do you cook? Do you see the flow? It's a beautiful, natural dance. You ask a question, you listen, and you respond with interest. Let's do a little practice. I will give you a job, and I want you to respond with one of our friendly follow-ups. You can say it out loud. Ready? The person says, I'm a graphic designer. What could you say? Maybe. Oh, that's interesting. Do you enjoy being creative? Excellent. Let's try another one. The person says, I work with animals at a local shelter. What could you say? Perhaps. Wow, that sounds so rewarding. What kind of animals are there? Wonderful. You are doing an amazing job. So, that is our first key. So, what do you do? Remember to ask it with a friendly tone. Listen carefully to the answer, and have a small, interested follow-up ready. You are now prepared to keep the conversation going beyond the first hello. Take a moment. Let that feel good. You have learned a very powerful tool. Are you ready for our second key? Let's continue. Our second question is designed to learn about the person's life outside of work. It's about their personality, their hobbies, and their passions. This question helps you connect on a more personal level. It's a very warm and friendly question. The question is, what do you like to do for fun? Let's look at this lovely question. Simple, positive, and open. For fun is a very casual and friendly phrase. It means in your free time, or when you are not working. Asking this question shows that you are interested in them as a whole person, not just their job. It's a perfect question to ask after you have talked about work for a minute or two. For example, after they tell you they are an accountant and you say, oh, that's interesting. You can then smoothly move to the next topic by asking, so, when you're not working with numbers, what do you like to do for fun? Let's practice saying the basic question first. Again, Let your voice be light and curious. Repeat after me. What do you like to do for fun? Good. Let's try it again, making it sound even more relaxed. What do you like to do for fun? Just like our first key question, this one also has a few variations. You could also ask, what do you do in your free time? Do you have any hobbies? What do you do in your free time? Is very similar to what do you like to do for fun? They mean almost the same thing. Let's practice it. What do you do in your free time? Do you have any hobbies? Is also a great question. A hobby is an activity someone does regularly for pleasure. It's a little more direct. Let's try this one. Do you have any hobbies? All three are excellent choices. For today, we will focus on what do you like to do for fun? Because the word fun makes the conversation feel happy and light. Now, just as before, the most important part is to listen to the answer and be ready with a follow-up. People will give you all sorts of wonderful answers to this question. They might say, I love to read. I enjoy hiking on the weekends. I like to play the guitar. I spend most of my free time with my kids. Each answer is a gift. It's a piece of their life they are sharing with you. Your job is to accept that gift with curiosity. Let's think about our follow-ups. If the person says, I love to read, what a great opportunity. You can ask a simple follow-up question to learn more. Oh, that's nice. What kind of books do you read? Me too. Have you read anything good lately? See how that opens the door even wider. You might discover you both love the same author, and suddenly you have a strong connection. Let's try another one. The person says, I enjoy hiking on the weekends. Your follow-up could be, oh, that sounds amazing. Are there good places to hike around here? That's so cool. Do you go with friends or by yourself? These simple follow-up questions show you are truly listening and are interested in their world. They are not difficult questions. You are just using your natural curiosity. Let's imagine our conversation with Tom, the chef, continues. Wow. That's fantastic. What kind of food do you cook? Tom, mostly Italian food. I work at a small restaurant downtown. I love Italian food. That's great. So, when you're not busy cooking, what do you like to do for fun? Tom, I actually like to play the guitar. Really? That's so cool. Do you play in a band or just for yourself? Look at that. In just a few sentences, you've learned Tom is a chef who cooks Italian food and plays the guitar. You are getting to know him. And it all feels easy and natural, doesn't it? It's just a series of small, curious steps. Let's do a shadowing exercise for our second key question and its follow-ups. Just listen and repeat after me. Try to copy the friendly, curious tone. What do you like to do for fun? What do you do in your free time? Oh, that's nice. What kind of books/music/movies do you like? That sounds amazing. Where do you like to go? Hiking/running/swimming? Have you read/seen/done anything interesting lately? You are doing wonderfully. You now have two powerful keys to keep any conversation going. The first one, about work, helps you understand their professional life. The second one, about fun, helps you understand their personal life. Together, they create a beautiful picture of the person you are talking to. Take a moment to feel proud of what you are learning. This is a skill that will open so many doors for you. All right, let's take a sip of our imaginary coffee in our calm cafe and get ready for our third key. This third question is a little different. It's a special key that you can use when you meet someone in a specific place or at a specific event. For example, at a party, a conference, a wedding, or even a coffee shop. This question uses your shared environment, the place you are in together, to create an instant connection. The question is, so, how do you know the host's name? Or what brings you here today? Let's break this down. This is a contextual question. It depends on the context, or the situation you are in. Let's imagine you are at a birthday party for your friend, Sarah. You meet a new person there. After you introduce yourselves, you can use this key. You can ask, so, how do you know Sarah? This is a perfect question. It's friendly, it's relevant, and it immediately gives you something in common, your connection to Sarah. The other person might say, oh, Sarah and I work together, or I went to college with her. Let's practice saying it. Imagine you are at a party. You have a friendly, relaxed posture. You ask, so, how do you know Sarah? Excellent. Your tone is perfect, casual, and interested. Now, what if you are not at a party with a specific host? What if you are at a professional conference, a community meeting, or a workshop? You can use the other version of this question. So, what brings you here today? This is another wonderful, open-ended question. It's a polite way of asking, why did you come to this event? People will tell you about their work, their interests, or their goals. For example, at a business conference, they might say, I'm here to learn more about marketing, or my company sent me to network with other professionals. Let's practice this version. It should sound genuinely curious. So, what brings you here today? One more time. So, what brings you here today? Great job. This question shows that you are aware of your surroundings and are interested in the other person's reasons for being there. 2. Let's talk about the follow-ups. As always, listening to the answer is key. Imagine you are at Sarah's party and you ask, so, how do you know Sarah? The person replies, we work together at the hospital. Your follow-up can show your interest. Oh, you work at the hospital? That's great. What do you do there? This connects back to our first key question. Oh, that's nice. Sarah has told me she really likes her colleagues. Do you see how you are weaving the conversation together? You are using what you learned to ask the next question. Now let's imagine you are at a public speaking workshop. You meet someone and ask, so, what brings you here today? They reply, I'm trying to get better at presentations for my job. I get very nervous. This is a wonderful moment for connection. They have shared something a little vulnerable, a little personal. A warm and supportive follow-up would be perfect. Oh, I understand completely. I get nervous too. That's why I'm here. That's a great goal to have. Have you found the workshop helpful so far? In this situation, you have instantly created a bond. You both share a similar feeling or a similar goal. This is how friendships start. So, our third key is about using your shared context. If there's a host at a party, a wedding, how do you know name? If you're at an event, a conference, a class, a festival, what brings you here today? This key is a little more situational, but it is incredibly effective when you are in the right place. It shows you are present and engaged with the world around you. Let's do a quick practice. Imagine we are both at a neighborhood barbecue, hosted by a family named the Clarks. We have just met. Me, hi. I'm your practice partner. Nice to meet you. You, hi. I'm your name. Nice to meet you. 2. Me. This is a great party. The food looks delicious. You. It really does. So, how do you know the Clarks? Perfect. That is exactly how a natural, friendly conversation gets started at an event. You have used your surroundings to build a bridge between you and the other person. You are doing such a great job. I hope you are feeling more and more comfortable with these tools. They are yours to use whenever you need them. We have one more key to learn today. Are you ready for the fourth and final question in our set? Let's go. Our fourth question is a wonderful, general-purpose key that you can use in almost any conversation, at any time. It's a question about recent experiences and interests. It's great because it's not too personal, but it can lead to very interesting conversations about movies, books, music, travel, and more. The question is, have you seen or read anything interesting lately? Let's take a closer look at this fantastic question. The word lately means recently. So you are asking about their recent experiences. The question is broad. You say seen or read. This can include movies or TV shows they have seen, books or articles they have read. You can even expand it. You could ask, have you seen, read, or heard anything interesting lately? The word heard could include podcasts or new music. This question is so useful because it invites the other person to talk about something they are excited about or have been thinking about. It's a way to discover shared interests. Let's practice saying the core question. We want it to sound light and casual, like you just thought of it. Have you seen or read anything interesting lately? Good. Let's try it again. Have you seen or read anything interesting lately? This question is a great one to use when there's a natural pause in the conversation, or if you feel you have finished talking about work and hobbies. It's a gentle way to open a new door. And what about the answers? You will get so many different replies. Oh, yes. I just watched a new documentary on Netflix. It was fascinating. I'm reading a really great mystery novel right now. Not really, but I did just get back from a trip to the mountains. Each answer is an invitation. Your follow-up is your way of accepting that invitation. If they say, oh, yes, I just watched a new documentary on Netflix. It was fascinating. Your curious follow-up could be, oh, really? What was it about? I've been looking for something new to watch. Would you recommend it? You are not only keeping the conversation going, but you might also get a great movie recommendation. If they say, I'm reading a really great mystery novel right now. Your follow-up could be, I love mysteries. Who is the author? What's the story about? Without giving away the ending. Of course. This creates a fun, playful interaction. And what if they say, not really, but I did just get back from a trip to the mountains. Even though they didn't answer your question directly, they gave you something even better, a new topic. You can easily pivot, or change direction, and ask about their trip. Wow, a trip to the mountains. That sounds wonderful. Where did you go? This shows that you are a flexible and attentive listener. You are listening to what they are actually saying, not just waiting for the answer you expect. Let's imagine our full conversation one more time. You are at a coffee shop, and you start talking to a person named Maria. Hi, I'm your name. Maria, hi, I'm Maria. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, too. This is a great coffee shop. Maria, it is. I come here all the time. So, what do you do? Maria. Key number 1, Maria. I'm a software developer. Oh, that's interesting. It sounds complicated. Maria. Laughs, it can be. But I enjoy it. That's what matters. So, when you're not writing code, what do you like to do for fun? Key number 2, Maria. I'm a big movie fan. I love going to the cinema. Me too. That's great. Well, that leads me to my next question. Have you seen anything interesting lately? Key number 4, Maria. Oh, yes. I just saw the new action movie everyone is talking about. I've been wanting to see that. What did you think of it? Look at that beautiful conversation. It flowed from one topic to the next, using our simple keys. It was not scary. It was not difficult. It was just a friendly exchange between two people. And you did it. You guided the conversation with your simple, powerful questions. So today, we have learned our 4 keys to keep any chat going. So, what do you do? To learn about their work life, what do you like to do for fun? To learn about their personal life, how do you know, host? Or what brings you here? To connect using your shared environment. Have you seen or read anything interesting lately? To talk about general interests in media, these 4 questions are your toolkit. You don't have to use all of them in every conversation. Sometimes, you might only use 1. Other times, you might use 3. The idea is to have them ready in your mind, so you never have to feel that panic of, what do I say next? The real secret, the magic behind these questions, is not the words themselves. It is the curiosity behind them. When you ask someone a question about their life, their work, or their hobbies, you are giving them a gift. You are telling them, I see you. I am interested in you. I want to know you. And that is one of the kindest things you can do for another person. Let's do one final shadowing exercise to practice all 4 of our key questions together. Let's say them out loud, one after another. Remember to use a warm, friendly, and curious tone. Ready? So, what do you do? What do you like to do for fun? So, what brings you here today? Have you seen or read anything interesting lately? Wonderful. Those are your keys. Carry them with you. And remember, the goal is not to have a perfect, flawless conversation. The goal is to have a real one. Sometimes, you will make a mistake. You might forget a word or ask a question that doesn't quite fit. That is perfectly okay. The other person will not be judging your grammar. They will be feeling your friendly intention. Think back to the beginning of our session today. Maybe you felt a little nervous about that moment of silence after hello. How do you feel now? I hope you feel more prepared. I hope you feel more confident. You have the tools you need. All you have to do now is relax, be curious, and try. Thank you so much for joining me today in our little practice session. You have done an incredible job. You have been brave and open, and you have learned a skill that will help you build connections wherever you go. Keep practicing, be kind to yourself, and remember that every new person is a new door waiting to be opened. I am so proud of you. I look forward to our next practice session together. Goodbye for now.